do that because, the sun is out. After these last couple of days of just nonstop raining, I felt like I had to be like, woo!
It rained? What?
Yeah,
it rained?
I know. It's hard to believe. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Friday. It's sunny. It is Greg Gnyp. I'm Gnyp. Chris Yazinski, he'll be the Gnop as per usual.
Hey, everybody.
This is Gnyp Gnop. How are you, everybody? Hopefully you guys are doing all right. It was weird. I just took the dogs for a bit of a walk, and they were like, wow, no rain boots? No. Honestly, it was a good thing.
Nothing falling from the heavens.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, that was a lot of rain, but hey, we got through it. And I say cheers to decided to reach for my drink. Cheers
Yeah.
It looks very crystal clear, doesn't it?
Well, let me see.
See that?
I can't see it. Okay, let's see it.
There it is.
What is it?
Well, more than I expected in the bottle, because I finished off my one bottle, and I went back and got my, this is Gnyp vodka from Iceland.
Wow.
It's Icelandic vodka, small batch vodka, handcrafted in Iceland, and it's delicious, and it's cheap.
Does it taste fishy?
No, surprisingly enough, it doesn't taste anything like Harkal, which is the rotten shark.
Ouch.
Yeah, no, it's just a really nice, clear, crisp vodka. But I like to add one. And I add one little drop or maybe two drops of lemon juice to it, and it's just such a nice thing to sip. So I'm going to be. And of course, I said, well, there's really not that much left in the bottle. I can just finish it. And then so this is what came out. It's probably about 3 ounces. And I'm like, well, Daddy's not doing much this afternoon.
Let's sip hard alcohol in the afternoon.
But it's smooth. It's really good.
Oh God.
And of course, I put the lemon juice in there so that I don't get scurvy.
Right, exactly, of course, and your vitamin C, right.
So what are you drinking?
I am celebrating the season, since it is autumn. I am celebrating the season with a pumpkin ale. I know how much you love these.
Oh, yeah, we'll be talking about pumpkin
We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, it's the Lake of Bays Brewing Company. It's their pumpkin ale. And we're going to sip on that. I mean, it is a lovely color.
It is a lovely color, and there's a few things that should taste like pumpkin to me, pumpkins, and sometimes maybe pie.
Oh,
other than that, I gotta be honest. Yeah, we'll talk more about.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that.
We'll do that. So I have been bugging you for
about 40 years.
Ever. Oh, for sure, yeah. I've been annoying you for 40 years. But besides that, you and I have talked about this. When Lasso came out, I just fell in love with Lasso and binge watched it literally the first day it came out and fell in love with it. And I've been bugging you about it. And on the weekend, they won a lot of Emmys, which was great to see.
Holy cow.
And our friend Troy Kent is won the Emmy for Best Supporting Actor, which was great to see. But you have started watching Ted Lasso.
I have. And
what do you think?
I don't understand anything about it. I can't say that. I got sucked in by the pilot season, like the pilot episode.
Yeah, the whole premise.
By the time the first one was done, I'm like, I'm going to watch this. And usually that doesn't happen for me. Usually I have to watch. The only other time I've had like a series kind of really suck me in that quickly was something called Misfits.
Okay.
And I ended up binge watching like all 5 seasons in like a weekend.
Okay.
So
it's a fantastic premise for those who have not seen Ted Lasso. It is on Apple Plus. It's like the flagship of Apple Plus. And the premise is an NCAA coach who has a championship, is hired to coach a Premier League soccer team, football, in England, and
who are perennial at the bottom.
Correct, and basically what they've done is he brings his his southern ways and his y'alls, and it's just a wonderfully written really complicated characters, and love them all. Love them all. Love.
Well, and the thing that I love about the show, and I have to say it is there's like the character. So many of the characters are believable too.
Yes.
Like you can really believe in the characters. Like we were talking just before the show started. I said, weirdly enough, I love Rebecca, who's the owner of the team.
Right.
She's going through, she finds out that her husband has been sleeping with all these women. And I said, it was really weird because when I got separated and heading towards divorce, I had some of the weird at the beginning. I had some of the same strange anger where I'd want to take it out on people, and then I remembered that I'm actually kind of a good person, and that person there didn't deserve shouldn't get any of my wrath because it's not them who did it. It was
right.
me, like that kind of stuff. And it was just like I love Rebecca. I do. I mean, there's some.
Now, did you know that she was in Game of Thrones and she was the nun that would yell "shame, shame, shame" with the queen?
No, because I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. The conversation's over. Forget it.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never watched The Sopranos. I only watched The Walking Dead because I became friends with one of the guys that was one of the zombies in The Walking Dead.
Okay.
What other? I'm not a big series person.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Anyway, she plays a famous role.
But I like Ted Lasso.
There you go. Okay,
there you go. So
I'm
now a series guy. Look at me.
Look at you. Look how you've grown so much.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck. Hey, look, hats off to you. Consume it all. It's all wonderful.
Yeah.
I just, and today's Friday, so a new episode comes out today. So, congratulations to Ted Lasso. Yep. Wonderfully written.
Cheers,
my friends.
There we go. There we go.
Yes. So, on the weekend, I went to Stratford.
Yes.
And saw this amazing play. And all the plays at Stratford aren't inside; they're outside. And this is a shirt from the Stratford Festival, and it is "Life Can Be Intense."
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
All
it
right,
really
that's
is.
Very cool.
And what they did was they actually have done 2 tents. I think one holds 300, one holds 200 at 2 different sites. And they put the plays on underneath these tents with all the audio and lighting, and it looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic, and it's much more intimate because you're actually huddled kind of around the stage, and just wonderful. Serving Elizabeth was a play, and it was fantastic. It really kind of blew us away. So
now, is that the one you were talking about? That it was something to do. It was kind of like her life. Somebody was taking care of her when she was the princess, and then it's
So the premise is the narrator is, or the narrative is, kind of like the chef in 1942 who's been hired to cater for Princess Elizabeth's visit in 1942, just before she became queen.
Right. Okay.
And kind of the turmoil of colonialization and all that stuff that goes on when she's black and the queen's white, and and Kenya's looking for freedom. And there's a flip story that goes back and forth constantly in this show of 2015 of a young writer who's on a writing for a show that actually is kind of like The Crown, and kind of talks about that and colonialization, and they kind of merge together near the end, and it's really a cool show. So, thumbs up, go see it.
And it's just such a great place to be too, Stratford.
It is. I mean, if you don't like the thee, thy, they, thous, like all the Shakespearean stuff, there's other shows as well that are also on their schedule. So, and that's one of them.
And the other thing that I always say though too is if you don't say even like theater, there's great restaurants and little cafes and places to go and spend your money too.
Yeah, fantastic. Actually, I got a bunch of seltzers from one of the breweries. I should have brought it, but since we're talking pumpkin ale and pumpkin spice and everything pumpkin, I thought I would open this up.
Okay. Oh, speaking of pumpkin, but it isn't pumpkin. Let me tell you this really quick. So my neighbors across the street,
Yes.
Mike and Judith, who I
Yes.
love, they're absolutely wonderful, and they've got a
And they
they've
own
got
a greyhound.
They've got Luna,
They own a
which
greyhound.
is Elliot's girlfriend. But they brought me these Dunn's dill pickle peanuts.
Oh, okay.
Delicious,
Nice.
delicious.
Yeah.
These things, oh my god, right? Because Dunn's is a famous deli in Montreal.
Oh, okay.
And you can get like, they'll ship you their corned beef, their Montreal smoked meat, their briskets, but then they also do these dill pickle chips and dill pickle peanuts. And oh my god, if you can find them, get them. They're delicious.
Nice. But that's
So-
got nothing to do with pumpkin.
No. Well, dill pickle, pumpkin. There's a pea and pickle and pumpkin.
Holy crap.
I'm stretching. All right.
So
So-
you have a problem with this. You have an aversion
I-
to this.
You know what? And this is the thing. And I mean, I know we're talking about pumpkin spice about 3 months too late because it starts now in like July. You've got people excited about pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks. and
Starbucks.
all over the place like that.
Right.
And I'm like, I just don't get it. I don't understand the excitement of pumpkin anything.
But it's
And-
limited
and-
edition. Like you love limited edition shit. So what's the difference?
But it's now becoming it's now crossing over. Like, I mean, okay, sure, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice something, but like today I was looking around and what there pumpkin spice spam. Spam at its best
Spam.
is going to kill you. It's so salty, and really not flavorful. But throwing pumpkin spice, why? What is the point of pumpkin? And people will say it's quirky, and like you said, it's limited edition.
Yes.
You just have to know when to say when. And
Well,
then
you know what? It's a seasonal thing, Greg. It really is. I mean, we use this, believe it or not, almost all year long. And this is like a pumpkin spice, but it's a real pumpkin spice flavoring for coffees.
sorry.
I know. You
Yeah.
just,
No, I
you
also
almost,
just-
I know
I-
you almost burped it up. I know.
Yep.
But look, all year long.
Yeah, no. Okay. All right. Okay. So all right. Pumpkin spice coffee. Fine. You're gonna flavor your coffee.
Or your
Trader
ice cream.
Joe's
Yeah.
this week released their pumpkin spice Alfredo sauce.
Ouch.
So think about your fettuccine Alfredo pumpkin spice flavor.
Well, there could be a proper way of doing that where it tastes more
Yes,
squashy.
it's in the garbage. Yep. But
Well, it's calorie free, everybody.
but and that's the thing, right? I get it. Okay, if you want to make it more squashy, well then, but don't call it pumpkin spice because pumpkin spice is actually the taste of the pumpkin with those seasonings.
Yeah. So when we think of pumpkin spice, we think of pumpkin pie. We think of
Yes.
that sweetness, cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg, sugary dessert type things, and that's really why lattes have taken off, right? Because it's just a tweak on the latte, which is already sweet. But when you start doing savory stuff like that,
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's like I'm looking at like some of these things. There's the like I mean, I can almost understand this pumpkin spice oat bites. Okay.
oh yeah,
that's
for sure,
good, right?
Okay. Yep.
But here's one. It's somebody is doing Szechuan pumpkin spice chicken,
It could work.
which
It
could work.
It could work because of the sweetness in some Szechuan sauces. It
But-
could work.
But I'm thinking to myself, if I'm going into a Chinese restaurant,
Yes.
I'm not thinking, ooh, I wonder what my fall meal will be. I want to have, I want to have my traditional tasty Chinese food. I know there's nothing wrong with blending the flavors and things like that and fusion
Fusion.
meals. But you know what? I gotta be honest. Sometimes I just don't get pumped. Now you're also looking at the guy for the longest time. My mother would make pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving,
Okay.
and she'd make apple pie and pumpkin pie, and I would always, because I didn't want to be mean to her, I would always have a slice of pumpkin pie. It would be about this big, and I would use a can of whipping cream on it.
Sure.
As I've gotten older, I actually like pumpkin pie now. And it's all because of an ex-girlfriend. She bought this pumpkin pie cheesecake from, I think it's called Salvatore Villaggio's. It's this little chain in Michigan. And she brought it over for Canadian Thanksgiving. And it was my introduction to like appreciating some pumpkin spice. With that being said, I had a very lovely friend who is a manager at Starbucks, and their store got like 16 boxes of the pumpkin spice liquid. And when they were taking it, they were done. She was like, "Listen, Greg, I've got like, 20 jugs of this left. Here, I'll give you one," which was really sweet. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll try it, the whole thing. I think I gave all of it away except for like probably 10 squirts that when I was still married, Christy used a couple of squirts, but other than that, it was like, I'd be like, "Here, let me put it into a baggie for you." So yeah, the baggie of pumpkin spice. But you know what?
I think there's definitely things that don't go well with it, but there's stuff that does. I think sweet things are great. I think savory are kind of, if it's kind of squashy, if it's kind of done, in that vein, then maybe you might pull it off.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. Like I said, I'm all in favor of doing stuff like that. But it's like, a couple of years ago, I have. Oh, you know what? I got to be honest. I'll be honest. The pumpkin spice.
Don't be honest. Don't start now.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts weren't horrible. Again, they caught the attention because of the whole traveling thing and limited edition. But like, it's just. Is there the need to buy that, to have that much pumpkin spice? I mean, do people really like it that much?
Yes.
That they're going out and buying like pumpkins, pumpkin spice. Like the other one, the pumpkin spice candles and pumpkin spice soaps.
Ooh.
Can't do it. Like, to me, nope, doesn't do a thing for me.
That romantic fall getaway.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know what? I'd rather have the smell of burning leaves than pumpkin spice. Yeah, if some woman was trying to arouse my interest.
Note to self.
Yeah. Don't burn, ladies. If anybody wants to get with me, no pumpkin spice.
Oh boy. Well,
but I will say, a little rake of vodka might be ignored. It's good. Whew.
Yeah, and look at people eat strange things, and I'm going to show this to you. This is my daughter did this, and she's going to get really pissed off at me when I do this on the show. But today for breakfast was this. It's peanut butter and jelly on a multi-grain bread, like an ancient grain bread.
Yeah.
With Ruffles potato chips.
I gotta be honest, she might be onto something here.
Where in hell's half acre is this an acceptable sandwich to eat?
Think of it though. Savory. Right? Savory is
salty.
Your peanuts.
Salty
and sweet.
And then texture.
I mean, the only thing that she would need out there to probably make her mouth explode is something sour, like a Sour Patch Kid or something. Hey, you raised her.
Yeah, I know. It's her mother's fault. It's her mother's fault, not mine. Come on.
I'm sure you've added something to your meal that people go, "What?"
I'm Polish. We had sour cream to everything, for God's sakes.
That's true.
That's what true. It is. It is what it is.
Hey, and I gotta say, my sister made me. My sister made me, and it's funny how many people attack me. I shouldn't say attack me, but I posted this awesome picture of my sister made me some cold borscht.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, holodny borscht.
Yeah, holodny.
And I nice big bowl of it, and everybody was like, "Where where is that sour cream? And I'm like, it's already mixed into the broth. My sister
Yes.
kind of, did it instead of, then you mix it in yourself just because she knows I'm lazy.
Mm-hmm.
But but sour cream can go with everything. Sour cream goes. Look at me now.
We're
I'm
Polish.
making excuses for it, right?
Yeah, don't make excuses.
I'm like,
for
sour
it.
cream's fine on everything.
But you know what? Borscht, and that's a whole other conversation. I make this great junk soup where we actually take the borscht and we take the Porsche and inside of it we cut up the beets into little pieces, pickles, potatoes, and eggs that have already been hard boiled, and we call it junk soup. And then you cream it up with the sour cream, and then you serve it with fresh dill on top.
Wow,
that's a killer frickin' soup, I gotta tell you. And nothing says fall like borscht soup.
See, I mean, growing up, Russian, Ukrainian. I mean, we all eat the kind of the same stuff. But
sure.
I have to say, now, all right. So now we're going into borscht for a little bit. Now, do you ever make it with the dumplings? Because I dated a girl.
Yeah.
Do you do the dump? See, I love that.
You can.
I love the dumplings.
You can, but I mean, it's already junk soup. Why screw it up? It's already got all that stuff in it. So
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Which reminds me, I need to go and make it.
I know now it's like I'm like, oh, you know what? I've got fresh beets outside.
Oh,
I might make myself some borscht.
There you go.
Right after I finish my 6 ounces of vodka. And a nap.
And a nap for the rest of the day. So next week, I should tell you that we have one of the directors of the DIA on. Last week we talked about the DIA at length and what a great place it is. So actually, we're going to have somebody on. We're going to talk about the DIA and the history of it. The beautiful building, some of the rarest art in the world is at the DIA, and some of the most iconic pieces you can think of are at the DIA, and how they survived, right? The 2008 bankruptcy of the city of Detroit, and all the things that kind of went around that. So really looking forward to having that conversation with them.
No, that sounds absolutely awesome.
And of course, when the hell is the next cat video festival going to happen? So, these are all the important things in life.
I understand, my friend.
I know. And we survived an election. Oh my God. I almost don't want to talk about it, but you have a good friend, and I have a really good friend who's a member of Parliament, and he's been a member of Parliament for 20 years, Brian Massey. I went to grade school with Brian, and we've always kind of kept in touch. So, we're going to have Brian on too in the next couple of weeks and just kind of talk about, like, what the fuck has changed in this world that, we have, the Purple Party, and we have just vitriol is just so bad these days in Canadian politics. So
it shocks me.
Yeah,
I miss the days of like you know what my biggest one is that I miss though is on TV. Do you remember, like, probably going back 30 years ago, the TV commercial would be, "Hi, I'm John Smith, and I'm running for blah, blah, blah." And he would talk about everything that he could do.
Right.
As opposed to, "Hi, I'm John Smith. My opponent is," and it's like, no.
Eating children.
Yeah. It's like, rumor has it he cooked a baby last night. No,
That's right.
No. Why?
I heard that.
I miss the days of like class and respect.
Yeah, I was a government affairs director for a large U.S. corporation here in Canada back in the 90s. And as the government,
it's your fault then.
Well, yeah. So as a government affairs director, I had to do some lobby and work with the current government at the time. It was a conservative government who was in power, and it would be amazing, man. There are these like hot spots back then. Like there was like hotels and bars where all the MPs would hang out, because that's predominantly kind of where they stayed while the Parliament was in session. So it was really interesting to go down to the bar and see, oh, there's an NDP sitting with a conservative having a beer, and they would actually all kind of socialize and work together. Not today, my friend, not today.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. But I look forward to those days of cooperation and friendship. I mean, and disagreement, right? I mean,
yeah.
Just because I don't like your policies doesn't mean that you're a total asshole, and that I disagree with who you are or what you are,
Look at you being nice and kind right now.
I don't want to be nice and kind. I want more pumpkin for everybody.
Let's wrap this up so you can finish your pumpkin.
Yeah, let's wrap it up so you can go to sleep.
I did good though.
Well, we can only hope. We
Oh,
can
yeah.
only hope. Oh, that'll wake you up.
Oh,
That does it. That does another week. Another week of Gnyp Gnop. See you, buddy.
always-
Have a
See,
great
buddy,
week.
be good.
Absolutely. You can catch us every Friday at noon here on Facebook Live and on Gnyp Gnop and, of course, on YouTube. And anywhere you consume your audio, honestly, it's there. See you guys later. Have a good week.